The overall volume in the last trading session was 3.93 million shares. The Kraft Heinz comprises approximately 1.8% of Arthur M. Cohen Associates LLC's portfolio, making the stock its 13th largest position. For this year, the Kraft Heinz Company NASDAQ-KHC is performing 0.74%. Farmers Merchants Trust Co. of Chambersburg, PA now owns 22,496 shares of the company's stock valued at $1,926,000 after buying an additional 440 shares during the last quarter. Janus Capital Management LLC boosted its position in shares of the Kraft Heinz by 80.3% in the fourth quarter. Private Advisor Group LLC now owns 77,475 shares of the company's stock valued at $6,716,000 after buying an additional 13,962 shares during the period. Several other hedge funds have also added to or reduced their stakes in KHC. Farmers Merchants Trust Co. of Chambersburg, PA boosted its position in the Kraft Heinz by 2.0% in the second quarter. Bollard Group LLC now owns 1,149 shares of the company's stock valued at $104,000 after buying an additional 8 shares during the last quarter. Rockefeller Financial Services Inc. now owns 1,133 shares of the company's stock valued at $103,000 after buying an additional 800 shares during the last quarter. Finally, Trex Quant Investment LP bought a new stake in shares of the Kraft Heinz during the first quarter valued at about $835,000. Shares of the Kraft Heinz Company KHC opened at 86.87 on Thursday. Kraft Heinz noted that pricing was 0.4 percentage points lower in the latest period, due to the timing of promotions in North America and Europe. The Kraft Heinz NASDAQ-KHC last issued its quarterly earnings data on Thursday, August 3. The Pittsburgh-based packaged foods giant reported Q2 earnings per share (EPS) of 98 cents, which was 3 cents better than the Wall Street consensus estimate of 95 cents. The average one-year price target for the Kraft Heinz Company KHC, averaging the work of different analysts, reveals a mean PT of $96.22 share. They expect 96 cents EPS, up 11.46% or 11 cents from last year's 85 cents per share. Current market cap of the company in the stock market is $4.91 billion. The firm had revenue of $6.36 billion during the quarter, compared to analysts' expectations of $6.44 billion. The business quarterly revenue was down 3.1% compared to the same quarter a year ago. Equities analysts anticipate that the Kraft Heinz Company will post $3.24 EPS for the current year. The company also recently announced a quarterly dividend, which will be paid on Friday, September 15. This represents a $2.50 annualized dividend and a yield of 2.89%. The stock increased 0.23% to 20 cents during the last trading session, hitting $88.15. The Kraft Heinz's dividend payout ratio is now 85.11%. Illegal activity notice. This piece was published by Rincon Hill News and is owned by of Rincon Hill News. If you are accessing this piece of content on another domain, it was copied illegally and reposted in violation of United States and global copyright and trademark legislation. A number of analysts have recently issued reports on the company. Current price level places the company's stock about 23.29% from the 52-week high and 72.13% away from the 52-week low. The correct version of this story can be viewed at https://stocknewstimes.com. 20170803 Homreichberg continues to hold position and their Kraft-Heinz company Nasdaq.html. Susquehanna Banker Shares Inc. set a $99 target price on shares of the Kraft-Heinz and gave the company a hold rating in a report on Tuesday, June 6. VETR downgraded the Kraft-Heinz from a buy rating to a hold rating and set a $95.36 target price for the company. In a research report on Wednesday, April 12. Finally, JP Morgan Chase co-reaffirmed an overweight rating and issued a $99 target price, down previously from $102 on shares of the Kraft-Heinz in a report on Wednesday, June 28. Zacks Investment Research raised shares of the Kraft-Heinz from a sell rating to a hold rating in a research note on Thursday, July 20. The Kraft-Heinz Company is a food and beverage company. There are brokerage firms with lower targets than the average, including one setting a price target of $70. The analyst recommendations from a month ago are 6 buy, 0 overweight, 0 sell, 4 hold and 0 underweight.